I never planned to bury my brother alive that evening, but fate loves a crowded room. Aunt Clara's 80th birthday gala shimmered under chandeliers, silver clinking like nervous laughter. The whole clan had flown in, cousins I'd ghosted, uncles I'd sued, and him, Marcus, lounging at the head table with that predator grin he'd perfected since childhood. I arrived late, coat still damp from the rain, every step measured. The air tasted of roasted lamb and old grudges. Marcus lifted his glass in mock salute. Game on. We used to share a bedroom. Secrets whispered under blanket forts. When Dad's belt found new reasons to swing, Marcus promised, one day we'll own the sky. I believed him. I covered for his truancies, forged his report cards, swallowed his first cruel prank, locking me in the cellar overnight for toughness training. The betrayals grew teeth. A leaked email that tanked my college scholarship. A forged signature on a loan I never took. Each time he shrugged. Survival of the fittest, little bro. The night I finally vanished, new city, new name, he branded me weak. When I stopped picking up, he called me ungrateful. When my startup hit the headlines, he called me a fraud. It began with burner texts, still faking it, Jonah? Then came the forum threads, my photo, doctored screenshots, captions in his exact cadence. I traced the IP to a shell company registered to his wife, Elise. He'd hired bloodhounds to sniff for dirt, convinced I was one scandal away from crawling home. So I fed the hounds. 6 weeks before the gala, I contacted the same firm through a college buddy-turned-fixer. I requested a dossier on myself, impeccable, airtight, glowing. Only one tweak. The billing address would read Mr. Marcus Vale. Inside, a sealed appendix labeled confidential spousal activity. Every late-night payment, every encrypted chat, every forged document request, signed, dated, traced to Elise's laptop. I paid triple for rush delivery. Back at the gala, the string quartet hushed. Marcus rose, glass raised. Before dessert, a toast to truth. He snapped. A man in charcoal entered, briefcase gleaming like a scalpel. My pulse stayed flat. I'd rehearsed this in mirrors, in dreams, in the dark. The investigator, tall, humorless, laid the folder beside the birthday cake. Findings on Mr. Jonah Vale, he announced. Marcus beamed. Aunt Clara adjusted her glasses, delighted for drama. The first pages unfurled, revenue charts, patent filings, a Forbes mention circled in red. My mother's fork froze midair. Marcus's smile twitched. Then, the appendix. The investigator cleared his throat. Secondary inquiry. Per client request. Mrs. Elise Vale has diverted marital assets, $47,000, to fund unauthorized surveillance of the subject. Evidence includes bank transfers, VPN logs, and fabricated social media accounts designed to discredit Mr. Vale's business. He slid glossy stills across the linen. Elise at an ATM, timestamps matching the burner texts. The room inhaled. Elise's champagne flute slipped, shattering like ice. That's impossible, she whispered. Marcus turned, slow as a tank turret. You used our money? His voice cracked, betrayal he'd never rehearsed. The investigator wasn't finished. Further, attempts to plant falsified financial records were traced to Mrs. Vale's personal cloud. All actions violate state privacy statutes. Aunt Clara pressed a hand to her pearls. Dad stared at his plate, as if it might confess next. Elise stood, chair scraping, eyes wild. He made me. Marcus cut her off with a look sharp enough to draw blood. I remained seated, napkin folded, untouched salmon cooling.
No lo atinga, no tears.
Just the quiet click of dominoes I'd lined up months ago. Elise fled first, heels stuttering across marble. Marcus followed, dragging her coat like evidence. The quartet struck a hesitant note, then stopped. Aunt Clara signaled for coffee nobody wanted. Conversation never recovered. It lay on the carpet with the spilled champagne, fizzing out. I stayed until the candles guttered. Thanked the staff, left a generous tip. Outside, the rain had softened to mist. My phone buzzed. Marcus. We need to talk. I deleted the message, pocketed the phone, and walked into the city's glow. For years I'd been the cautionary tale. Tonight, the story rewrote itself in their stunned silence. They say vengeance is empty. Maybe. But sometimes it's the only language they understand, and I just became fluent.